Welcome back, squirrel friends. In today's video, we're going to talk about a topic that is one of the biggest complaints, I guess, that I hear from my clients, and that's jumping. My dog jumps on my friends when they come through the door. They jump on my grandmother. They jump on me when I get home. How do I stop it? So if that sounds like you, stay tuned. All right, let's get into it.
Squirrel! Squirrel! Listen, learn, speak, dog!
If you're new here, hi, I'm Elisa. I'm a physician turned dog trainer, and it is my mission in life to make dogs smile. I specialize in errorless learning, fearful and reactive dogs, and because I live in the city, dogs who live in the city and the special challenges. It'd be great if you enjoy this video, if you give it a thumbs up so that you can see more videos from me. And let's go. So why do dogs jump? That's the first question. Of course, it depends on the situation, but let's just say, for the purposes of this video, the dog is jumping because they're excited. They're excited that someone is here or that you're home, whatever it is. They're like jumping literally out of their skin with excitement. So remember, dogs do what works. If jumping works to get attention or to get closer to you, what will happen? They'll continue to jump. The same goes for people. If something works for us, we repeat it. If it doesn't work, we try something else. So if your dog is jumping, that's something to keep in mind. Think about this. It's working for them. So think about the things that happen after or while they're jumping. So I'm going to show you how to fix jumping right now, today. And then after that, we'll get into what to do in the long run. So step one, and you'll see in the video, I'm going to show some clips of my friend Winter, who's a 7.5-month-old puppy who can only be described very lovingly as bombastic. She is so full of excitement. So she's a really extreme example. And that's why I want to show you. I could show you a dog who's kind of jumping a little bit and make it look like it's so easy to deal with jumping. But I want to show you an extreme case on purpose. So the jumping partly is because she's so full of excitement. She has to get the energy out. So what would she do if I told her to sit? She wouldn't be able to. It's like telling a child who is at Disneyland, sit down and relax. It's not going to happen. The only thing you're going to accomplish is for your dog to learn that sit doesn't mean anything, because you're going to keep repeating sit, sit, sit. And what's going to happen? Nothing. So you're going to poison the cue of sit. We don't want to do that. So what do we do? So remember this, you can't be down and up at the same time. So what we want to do is to keep the dog's attention focused low. They can't be jumping if they're focused low, and keep them in motion. Always remember, this is a little aside, don't focus on what you don't want your dog to do, which is jumping. Think about what you would like them to do. I'd like your attention to be focused down. You could teach them to get a toy. There's lots of different things you can do, but right now we're going to talk about what to do today, right now. So here it is.
Squirrel!
So as you'll see in the video with Winter, have some treats ready in your hand. As soon as you open the door, you're going to toss a handful of treats a couple feet away from you, in front of you, and say, go find it. Your dog is naturally going to want to see what you threw, number one. And once they find out what it is, they're going to be excited and sniffing and getting the treats. If you haven't already taught your dog a go sniff or go find it cue, that's fine. They don't have to know that in advance. It's helpful in the future, but for now, let's say they don't even know it because Winter didn't know it. Now, of course, as soon as your dog finishes eating the treats, they're going to naturally come back to you. So you'll be ready to throw some more. Go sniff. Your dog will then again run away a couple feet and start sniffing and eating the treats. You'll do that as many times as you need to until your dog is more relaxed and able to focus on you. Okay, now you have your dog not jumping right now, today. Same thing if someone comes to your house or your apartment. You know they're coming, they knock on the door, you have your treats ready. Before you open the door, throw a handful of treats and tell your dog to go sniff. They'll, of course, come back after they finish, and same thing. Throw a few more, throw some more, until your dog is a little more relaxed and able to focus. Go find it. Good girl. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Hi, baby. Go find it, Rosie. Good girl, Winter. Winter, go find it. Go find it. Good job. Good job. Go find it. You could see what I'd be in for if I had nothing. Winter, go find it, baby. Good girl. Go find it. Go find it. Yeah. All right. Good girl, Rose. This is Rosie. Good girl, Winter. Go find it. Go find it. Good girl, go find it. And this is letting her run off a little energy while she has time to know I'm here and be able to go find it. Good girl. Good girl, Rosie. Oh my goodness. Good girl, Rose. Winter, go find it. Here, Rosie. Feeding Rosie in a separate place so they don't compete. Good girl, go find it, Winter. Go find it. Good girl. Okay, good job. And now she's sitting. Isn't that nice? Did a little default sit there. I didn't ask her to. Good girl, Rose. Okay, good girl, Winter. Go find it. Whoops, there it is. There it is. There, Rosie. Now let's see. Winter. So the next thing is useful not just for jumping, but in general to give your dog language. The ability to tell you when they need to talk to you about something, or they need to tell you they want something, or they need something. So a dog obviously doesn't have language, but you probably already know, you're sitting on the couch, your dog comes over and looks at you, you're like, oh, you want to play. You want to go out. You can kind of tell from your dog's body language what they're looking for. But sometimes, let's say you're not paying attention, you're watching TV, your dog might do other things like start to paw at you or start to bark at you because you're not listening to their as Chirag Patel says, their whispers, so they have to start yelling at you. So what we want to do is teach the dog a language that they can always use, that will always work to get your attention. And that's called a default behavior. It's what to do when you're not telling them what to do. It's the default position. A default position can be anything. For most dogs, or most of us, it's a sit. It could just be standing and looking at you. It can be anything you want that is something the dog can do when you're not telling them what to do. The way we teach that is, as you'll see in this video with one of the shelter dogs, first you cue a sit if the dog knows sit. So we're assuming most dogs know how to sit. Say sit. Once the dog is sitting, you'll just keep giving them treats one after the other, about a second or less in between, and then you're going to throw some treats away. Go sniff, go find it, whatever your release word is. That will get the dog out of the sitting position and allow them to decide what to do when they come back to you. They're going to come back because they know you have treats. So the dog comes back to you. If they don't choose on their own to sit, give them a few seconds, let them, give them the chance. If they don't, you can cue the sit again and repeat. After a couple, 3 times of that, the dog will kind of figure out, aha, he wants me, she wants me to sit. They sit in front of you. Make that a reinforcing situation by giving the treats and then releasing to go sniff or go find it. What you'll find after doing this a few times, depending on the dog will run back to you and sit in front of you without your telling them to sit. That's how you know that the dog understands. This is a behavior that is not cued. So the dog, after continually having a history of being reinforced for that behavior, will know that, hey, you're sitting on the couch watching TV and I want you, I'll sit in front of you because that always works. Of course, you have to make sure it always works. So you have to reinforce that with either treats or your attention. So the dog sits in front of you while you're watching TV. Look at them, engage with them, make it reinforcing for them. Treats are always the number one reinforcer, but you know your dog. Every person and every dog is different. You should make a list of the top 5 things your dog loves more than anything, and those are what are the reinforcers for your dog.
This is Beach Ball Surprise, a shelter dog whose experience has taught her it's very rewarding to jump and paw. So here I am, cueing her to sit and reinforcing her over and over while she stays in the sit until I release her. And then I give her the chance to come back and see if she'll sit in front of me. So now she's come back to me, and I give her a few seconds and she chooses to sit. So I reinforce her about a second in between each treat, and then I again release her with go sniff. Good job. I'm moving around the room on purpose because dogs don't generalize well, and I want her to see this works no matter where I'm standing. She's doing great, isn't she? Always end your sessions with play and lots of praise. Good job, Beach Ball.
So let's go back and review. Number 1, today, have treats ready before you open the door. When you open the door, toss them a couple feet in front of you, say go sniff or go find it. The dog will go, come back to you, toss another handful of treats until your dog is calm enough to stop, not jump, but just engage with you. With Winter's case, it took a lot of times. Most dogs, 2 or 3 times is enough, but depending on your dog, only you know your dog. Then, step 2, teach a default behavior like a default sit. And then after the dog has run a couple times to get the treats, hopefully they will now come and sit in front of you because they know they will be reinforced for that. Okay, I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, if you could give it a thumbs up, that would be great. It would help the algorithm to recommend more of my videos to you. Also, consider subscribing. Hit the notifications bell so you know when I post a new video. And check out the description box. Just click the more below and you'll see some of my discount codes. I don't get any commission on these things. They're just great deals for you. Discount codes, some of the YouTubers I follow, some recommended books. Now, if you enjoyed this video, here are a couple more you might like. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Go make a dog smile today. Bye-bye.
Squirrel!